Welcome back. This segment is sponsored by HomeWatch Caregivers. Many baby boomers are dealing with the responsibility of caring for their aging parents, which includes determining where they will spend their golden years. Jeffrey Swain and Carrie Adama from HomeWatch Caregivers are here to talk with us about some of the myths associated with long-term care facilities. Good morning and welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Baby
having us.
boomers better worry on both fronts, right? Their aging parents and their aging selves. We got a lot to figure out.
Absolutely.
If we're going to make all of our golden years what we dream about for them, right?
Yep.
It's kind of a big dilemma in our country.
There's actually some research that I found preparing for this that indicates that our boomer generation is going to be the first generation less healthy than the previous generation, just because of all a lot of obesity, and there's amazing medical technology out there to keep them going. But that's a pretty astounding fact, I thought.
Yeah, the technology is great, and yet it puts on all of us the burden of figuring out how are we going to care for them, because it isn't going to be perfect when they get in that. Most people want to age in place, right? They want to stay in their homes. This is what the research shows. So, but a community must find ways to help make that happen.
Yes. Research shows that 95% of people would rather be home than in a nursing home, but that's not always possible. So it's important for everyone to know of all the options, everything from what we do, which is in-home assistance for seniors, to rehab, assisted living, long-term care. There's a number of choices.
It's a lot to wade through, and the finances of those decisions, often the decisions are made based on money, right? I mean, you just don't have the luxury of choosing long-term care facility.
Exactly, exactly right.
The numbers are staggering on what that costs.
Yes, and sorry to throw some more data at you.
That's
but
okay, data tells the story.
Prudential did a recent survey in Grand Rapids indicating that the average nursing home in Grand Rapids costs $88,000 a year, and the average assisted living costs $53,000 a year, which is astounding and scary at the same time. So I think families need to know that there's a lot of stress, a lot of burden, a lot of choices, but they don't have to go through it alone.
But they do have to have the conversation, right? I mean, they're failing to have the conversation about what their choices are.
Right, and what statistics show that families will talk about other sex and drugs before they talk about long-term planning for their parents. And so it's a very difficult discussion to have, but it's very needed. And when we go in and meet with families initially, we tend to start that conversation for them and bringing them along.
And it is critical to support the caregivers because the stresses on them are tremendous. And really, you guys, I know, help people key into the many programs and services that are available in this community to provide support and make it possible for people to stay in their homes, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, we're proponents of people staying at home. That's our business that we've had for 10 years. But we know not everybody can do that, and maybe not everybody can afford that. We've been fortunate to meet hundreds of contacts in West Michigan that can provide the help with durable medical equipment, or somebody like Senior Neighbors who can offer things to lower income folks. There's tons of resources here, and we can help direct people, we think, the right way.
From simple delivery of medications to cleaning the house to running errands to transportation. These are all issues. There are services, but people are not keyed into them oftentimes.
And I think the denial that many people face, and boy, my father needed some help, and I was, before I started the company, I wasn't exactly direct. I know Carrie joined our team after she was a family caregiver, and we think that gives everybody great experience when you've gone through it yourself.
Yeah, for sure. Well, what you do is terrific, taking folks by the hands and helping them in that journey. You can find more on HomeWatch Caregivers on our website at WZZM13.com under Take 5. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
We'll be back.